Let's click start recording. Let's resume CLG FC episode 191. I can't believe we're almost at 200 episodes, by the way. That's what, come on, Austin. You score off this. That is a corner. If they can score off this corner, just make it 2-0 and end this game. I'm not even a big Austin FC guy. Don't really care for the club. I know Matthew McConaughey's big on the club. I like the fact that he loves the club and the sport so much, and he feels that connection with Austin. Hate the owners. I think Precourt is an absolute bastard and a half, and I still can't stand him for trying to basically move the Columbus crew out of Columbus. Like, the fact that Precourt still tried that, that's the main reason why I don't like Austin, or don't really feel any way about Austin, is because the owner's a dick and tried to move a 96 original club out of Columbus. Having said that, the fan base in Austin have really taken to the team, and I think that's awesome. But I cannot stand LAFC. I hate LAFC more than any other club in MLS. So this is 100% a hate watch. There is no other way to describe it. This is a hate watch. West Ham lose to Newcastle, then they lose to City. Fucking hell. It's December 5th, so MLS is about concluding. We'll touch on that whenever we get to Leagues in Focus. We have 72 games unbeaten, which is a new club record, by the way. And we've got 3 games coming up in the next, basically 10 days, starting with this match coming up. So I realize I should have, maybe this is me being a bit facetious, what I'm about to say, but I could have left the entire league structure on, I think, because I used to have, over here in add remove leagues, I used to have view only, playable below, but playable / view only below. But it's not really worked out that way. Like, if I go to a league that's below level 12, let's say this guy in the Dorset League 1, I can't fucking see the table for some reason. And I don't know why, but I can't see the table. Even though it's playable / view only below. So, no clue. Absolutely no clue. Like, if I can do, like, could I not just do, sorry, it's Europe, England, level 20 and above. I can't even do that, no. I don't know why it's like that, but it's fine. But off season was a nightmare to process through. I know that. Literally, the mid-June date that took one season, ended it, and the other season and started it, right when you swap all the leagues over, was taking like 20 fucking minutes. Like, it was taking a while. I think the last time we had all the leagues on, it took 25 minutes. So, no. Charlie Messer will stay in the under 18s because we don't have a league for the under 21s. They don't play, which is kind of the problem right now. Is that they don't really play. Speaking of which, I have added another member of the team, by the way, of CLG FC. Switchblade has pressed me enough to get him created in the game. So now he's created in the game. He's going to be a defensive midfielder. But Switchblade is very much in the game now. 16 years of age, and in the game. That's his stats, so congrats, Switchblade. Come on, Austin. Oh, my God. So sloppy on the counterattack. They can't even pass the ball forward. Oh, fucking Christ. That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. They had a through ball, and it popped up, and the player went to turn to hit it, like, down off his chest, or, like, take it off his chest, and instead he hit it here on the arm. And it fell to an LAFC player, and the ref was just like, advantage, right? Because it fell to the opposition. But that's super unfortunate. Because had that not happened, and he managed to take a touch, he could have been in one-on-one with the keeper. Austin's trying to hold on. They're going to added time. I mean, this is the final minute of the 90, and I have a feeling there's going to be like a solid 7 minutes added onto this game with all the mess there is. Anyway, let's do leagues in focus, shall we? Let's actually do leagues in focus, and we're going to run through the playoffs here. So let's go for MLS. That's where we start. We always start with MLS. I'm a big proponent of MLS. I think it's a fun league. Um, and I think it's a fun league to watch. Even like it's not bad football, you know. It's not Prem, it's not Serie A rating, it's not any of that stuff. But if you watch like Danish Superliga, you watch the Norwegian League, you watch the you know Swedish League. It's kind of one that maybe the Belgian League even as well. It's kind of on that level, which doesn't really necessarily put it uh, like it's pretty good football then. Anyway, since he beat Inter Miami on pens, then NYCFC advanced over Cincinnati. Chicago downed the Red Bulls. Charlotte beat Montreal. Columbus downed my beloved Union, sadly. Chicago advanced on penalties over NYCFC. Columbus beat Charlotte FC. Chicago won on pens versus Columbus. So 2 penalty wins for Chicago to get to MLS Cup, which is amazing. In the West, oh my goodness me, they almost scored. LAFC did, but it was just grabbed. Houston advanced on penalties over the LA Galaxy. Then Seattle downed Houston. The Scum beat Austin FC. Oddly enough, that's the game playing right now. On penalties in the final fixture, by the way. Me is back. Welcome back, Timu. Kansas City beat Real Salt Lake on pens in the final fixture as well. St. Louis City down Portland. Seattle beat the Scum. St. Louis City knocked out Sporting Kansas City on pens. Seattle down St. Louis City. And then finally, surprisingly, Chicago won 2-1 over Seattle, which makes Chicago, I think it's like their second MLS Cup ever. And I think it's their first MLS Cup in 34 years. That's nuts. That is absolutely crazy. Um, so congrats to the Fire for stopping the rot of being perennial shitters in the MLS. Oh my God, just get the cross in. Yeah, too much footwork there. They got 3 minutes added time left in the LAFC Texas Austin game. And the Prem, Newcastle top by 7 points over Spurs. City are third. Bournemouth is fourth. Chelsea fifth. Leicester sixth. Villa seventh. And then it's Man U in ninth. Arsenal 10th. Liverpool down in 13th. My beloved West Ham are barely holding on. Haven't won in 5. They're a point above the drop over Leeds. Forest are 2 adrift. Leeds, by the way, 5 straight losses, which is just brutal. And then Norwich haven't won in 5 either. They are 7 adrift. Sky Bet Championship, Palace lead by 6 points over Sheffield Wednesday, who lead the playoff places by 3 points over Brentford, Birmingham, QPR, and Swansea. Wolves are 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, what a scrap for relegation. Stoke in 18th. And Luton in 19th are only a point above the drop. Millwall above the drop on goal difference. Same with Rotherham over Derby County. Blackburn are 2 adrift at 23rd. Bolton at the bottom are 6 adrift. Sky Bet League One, which big teams are relegated? We'll find out in terms of the top 5 in England here. I bought an old shirt of Rory Delap of Stoke. He was wasn't he the like long bullet throw taker that they had, right? Or was that, am I thinking of somebody else? Throw and get, yeah. Okay, my memory serves me correctly. So yeah, uh, what a player back in the day. Sky Bet League One, Cardiff and Huddersfield level on points. Cardiff leading the league by goal difference. They're both 4 points above the playoff places, which include Crawley, Plymouth, Tranmere, and Crewe. Wimbledon, 1 point in the outside looking in. At the bottom, Salford City, a point above the drop over Blackpool, who've won 3 of their last 5, mind you. South Shields are 2 adrift in 22nd. Reading 3 adrift in 23rd. Oxford United 6 adrift at the foot of Sky Bet League One. Skybet League 2, Newport County actually leads the league by a point over Walsall and Torquay, who are both a point above the playoff places, which include Mansfield, Leyton Orient, Exeter, Bradford City. We have had some crazy FA Cup. Don't know South Shields. They're actually IRL, I think, a Vanarama National League side, and they got promoted and then went to Skybet League 2 and got promoted immediately again to Skybet League 1 in our save. Um, so we'll show you what's happened interestingly in our save, because we've had a few crazy things happen, like Wolves winning the FA Cup and being relegated in the same season. So the Wolves had to play Europa League from the Championship the following season, which is kind of crazy. Um, Wickham are 4 points on the outside looking into the Skybet League 2 playoffs. At the bottom, Grimsby Town 4 above the drop over Preston North End, who's struggling. Preston is in danger of going out of the Football League, uh, which is crazy to me. Notts County are 5 adrift in 24th. Vanarama, Big Oov, yeah. Vanarama National, Port Vale, 5 in a row. They lead the playoff places by 2 points over Macclesfield, Bromley, Sutton United, Kingsland Town, Hartlepool, and Gateshead. Dorchester on the outside looking in by 3 goals in the goal difference, but haven't won in 5. Scarborough are 4 on the bounce, by the way, and they're only a point outside looking in. One of the great viewers of the stream, Ziggurath, by the way, he is the manager. He wanted added to the game as the Macclesfield manager because he's from Macclesfield. So I have done so, and I took all of his stats that he had in his save and made him the Macclesfield manager. So that's where he's at right now. And he is, I think he's actually, his win percentage isn't terrible. 48% is actually pretty decent. But he has had Macclesfield in the playoffs, I think, 4 or 5 straight seasons, and they haven't come up. This season's looking decent, though. Lastly, we always cover at least one league in the level above us, and that is the Northwest Counties League Division 1 North. Broughton Amateurs lead that league, 5 wins on the bounce. They are leading the playoff places by 7 points over Bradley, Addingham, North Walkden, and Bickerstaff. Almondbury Woolpack and FC Isle of Man are both 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom of that league, Burskoff are 1 above the drop, 1 point above the drop over Holker Old Boys. Clitheroe and Chatterton are 3 adrift, and then Daisy Hill, who haven't won in 5, are, I mean, they only have 2 draw. That's brutal. Daisy Hill are already 11 adrift with what 19 to play. So you changed some managers with the in-game ever. I love the name Daisy Hill. I did for Zig. I do also edit the players because the play on our team, because they have to slowly improve over time because, well, it's a network, it's a community save, and they're all community members, and we're going from level 20 to the top, so they have to improve over time. But none of their stat, like they're good players, but they're not like this. His physical is great. His strength is 1, so they do have some weaknesses in them. You know what I mean? Our players like Sheamus, amazing crossing ability, no strength, no jumping reach whatsoever, can't tackle. You know what I mean? So just improved his positioning to a 3, has absolutely no vision. Like, so weird, yeah. So players are like a little bit all over the place for our save, but it is again a community save. God, the next game don't kick off till 7:30, and that's not even going to be the kickoff. What are the 7:30 games? DC Montreal, NYCFC New England, Charlotte Cincinnati. The only real pick there is going to be Charlotte Cincinnati because I can't stand NYCFC. The Revs are terrible. And then DC and Montreal is literally going to be bottom feeders facing each other. That game's going to be awful. DC will probably win that game because Montreal looks horrendously bad. And then 8:15 is going to be a mess. That's Sporting Kansas City and Minnesota. St. Louis Seattle is actually going to be an interesting game. That's 8:30. That is actually going to be a decent game tonight. Dallas Vancouver, Houston Real Salt Lake should be interesting. And then 10:30 is San Diego Columbus And San Jose and Colorado. That's going to be an interesting game. So the only real good games tonight, I think, are going to be St. Louis City, Seattle, and San Jose, Colorado. Anyway, let's keep moving on, shall we? We've done leagues in focus. I can add people to the game if they want to be in the game. I have no problem doing that. It doesn't even need to be like a points redeem. They just can't like it has to be either in MLS or in England because I don't have any other leagues enabled. And the players database is so flippin' huge. Like, I don't think people. That is not what I wanted. I'm up to 379,000 players. Oh, I can do Korea as well. But Korea is view only, so I actually don't think I can do Korea for you guys if anyone wants it. I think um, I might be able to because it's view only. I might be able to. I should be able to if you want Korea as well. But like, yeah, I only have these enables. Can I be a coach? Absolutely. I would prefer if you guys add yourself as staff as opposed to players. Um, so yeah, but yeah, like I just think the database is so huge. So Timo, when I started this save, I was an idiot and I had every league playable. Like England level 20, Singapore, Japan, like, Indonesia, Hong Kong, South Africa. Like I had every league enabled and it took us a while to get through some of the processing. The first two seasons it wasn't bad. By season 3 it was completely that's so bad for your PC. My PC is a bit of a beast though, so it just by which reminds me I got to set my affinity course because I haven't done that yet for CLG. Let me do that now actually. Um, but Here we go. Set affinity. All processors off. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Cool. Um, but what was I gonna? What was I? Oh yeah. So I eventually turned almost all the leagues off, and like I wanted to keep Japan and Hong Kong and other leagues I really like, and eventually I turned them off, and I even turned Korea to view only. Um, and I never actually wanted to remove the lower levels of England, but it just still was so bad that I was like, I have to get rid of it because it was taking me an hour to get through a week. A week. And I'm like, this is just not good enough. So I had to speed it up. So let's kick this pre-match press conference off with the first question from Craig Clifford at the Football Ramble. We'll have to be at our best to get anything. Um, Lose squad and not taking them seriously. I'd say they're a minute thanks to. No, I don't want to say that. Um, um, I'll just agree as a good side at this point. That's fine. Some people might find your comments a bit patronizing. It only reflects. Oh no, we have to take them seriously. Yeah, that's fine. Um, I wouldn't mind. Wait, what? Other teams prepare for winter break. Your schedule looks busier than ever. Would you agree it's about the league? Oh, if you want it added to the save, Timo, just message me on Discord because I'll have to do like name, nickname, age, birthplace, all of that stuff because I added all of that stuff. So, but I have no problem adding you if you want to be added. Um, I don't have an opinion either way. Really, the longer we can play well, the confidence. He's been crucial when he plays well. Yep. Uh, it's very. You've got to be one of the best defense. I'm lucky to have fantastic your possession-based football. There are dangers well to be on our toes. But yes, there we go. Cool. So, can I be the new coach of Stockport and want to have youth-friendly, good youth attributes? Yeah, we could do that. Let me see if I can message you on Discord. Um, are you you in the You're in the FMNL league Discord, right? Yeah. Oh, I will send you a message. Let me send it to. Let me make sure I have. Hold on. Okay. Now you should be able to DM me. Because I usually turn DMs off on every server I join. So I was like, hang on, let me turn that back on so you can actually DM me from the server, right? So, but yeah, I'll work on that. We'll get you added. So, send you a message. Yeah, you did. Accept DM. Yes, man. Cool. So, uh, let me know. Let me know. You know what? Let me copy paste what I sent to because I just did this with um, Switchblade the other night. So I have like the template that I use to add players. I have that. Is this Switchblade? This is Switch. That is not Switchblade. Where's my DM with Switchblade? Where the hell is my DM with Switchblade? I could have sworn that he DM'd me. Switchblade. Oh yeah, there he is. Okay. This is the stuff that I would edit in in FM. Uh, that is the one thing that actually that's the template I use, Timo. I will answer you tomorrow. Absolutely, that's fine. Yeah, do the copy paste thing. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what. That's the only complaint. We talked about headsets. That's the only complaint I actually have about this headset is that if sound plays into it, it stays on. If sound doesn't, it will turn itself off. Even if I'm using the microphone, like OBS is actively picking up the mic, I'm actively using the mic, it doesn't matter. If sound doesn't play in the headset will turn itself off. We are the marquee matchup. Sharnak Richard versus Utch. 3 versus 1. Third versus first. Let's get into it. I can't believe it's match day already. I said that literally the last time, and so um, here we are again. But let's get into it, shall we? For episode 191. That's the other. That's the thing I really can't believe is that I'm almost at 200 episodes of this save. It's been a long time. This save. We've been playing it literally since March of last year, end of March last year, and we are. Jack has failed the fitness test. Okay, we are still nowhere close to the end of the save. So that's why people be like, "Oh, are you excited for FM25, or do you care about FM25 being canceled?" No. I'm not anywhere even ready to have another save yet, so I'm not even. There's no point. There was no point for me to buy FM25 anyway, because I also like international management, and that was gonna be out of the save anyway. They were like, that was one of the things they announced that they were cutting to begin with. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. So they made 3 changes to their starting lineup due to fixture congestion. We're gonna point the finger and be like, if you count your last performance, I'm still not the number one world ranking. You mean so? I think the same like you. Yeah, you mean like in FM? I wouldn't even try for that. Still 211. Wow, really? Like, is that as a network save or is that as like? How does the game even determine that? I'm playing in the lower league, so I don't even think like the leaderboards, right? To build a nation save, like you go to leaderboards, right? And you go to what? FM? Single game? Like what are you talking? No, what do you mean then? I mean the world ranking. Oh, you mean in the actual? You mean like? Oh yeah, because you're doing your build a nation. So you mean in the actual like this thing, the world ranking, like this guys. You're down in 21st. Yeah, 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 yeah. Korea Republic's up to 22nd. Hell yeah. What the hell did they do to get there? I'm in my do they have a world rankings? Yeah. So they started the save in 28. That's a lot fucking better than oh no, that's today. That's November. Okay. In my FM16 save, they're like 44th. And we have an interesting one. Anyway, let me get back. Let me get into the game, shall we? Let's go. Look at the points, San Marino and Liechtenstein. Oh, I've gone into the game. Um, my bad. We've won 5 on the trot finally. So we're in our 4-1-1, no problem. I could stop. Let me get into kickoff, and then we'll pause, and I'll look at the points. I do know that we had some crazy results, by the way, at the previous. Uh, why does the escape key not work? Why can't I just? There we go. Home. Yeah, 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 yeah. So all the way at the bottom is the U.S. Virgin Islands. San Marino's joint 205th. Liechtenstein is 203rd. Um, where's Portugal's number 1 because they won the World Cup. Come on. Oh, I forgot to reset the language on the old laptop. Oh, Jesus. England are down to 3rd. Yeah, so sweet. Yeah. Still so low, man. I know. England won the World Cup. Oh, that was what I meant to say. Oh, when we were doing links in focus, I meant to look at this thing. How the Champions League is going. Barca top, Newcastle, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Villa. Damn. Literally 5 of the top 8 is Prem sides, or are Prem sides. PSG, Leipzig, Olympia Marseille, Bayern, Ajax is in there. Anyone surprisingly down towards the bottom? Yes, AC Milan and Inter Milan are also kind of like right. I mean, there's only a point between them. Um, and Real Madrid is 3-0-3, but they should be fine. And then you've got the Europa League. Bournemouth is top. Wow, Schalke 04 is back. Where the hell did they go? Oh yeah, they're in there. Schalke's in there. I don't have the league enabled, so I don't think I can. They did finish. They won the Bundesliga 2 in 2024, so that was 8 years ago. Then they won the DFB Pokal. They were runners up at the DFB Pokal. So, um, is it real? Yeah, I know. They've had a huge fall from grace, Schalke. Um, and then Bournemouth, who I think they're 4th in the Prem, they are leading the Europa League. They're doing better in your save than in real life. It's nice to see. Yeah. And then Rangers is struggling to hold on. Copenhagen is struggling to stay in there. 2 point. Hearts is doing really well, and Liverpool and Sunderland are doing well. Um, Feyenoord is in 14th. PSV is in 12th, so not too bad. Um, anyone surprisingly? I don't think there's anyone surprisingly out of the 24 right now, right? I wouldn't really say any of them surprisingly out of the 24. And then lastly, the Conference League. Bournemouth are the holders, by the way. So Midtjylland's in there. Sevilla's in the Conference League, which is a little bit shocking. Whom else? And that's basically it. Both Tel Aviv teams are in the Conference League. So Bodo Glimt is 0-2-2. That's a surprise because IRL They're in the Europa League quarterfinals. And then the last thing I wanted to show you guys is the world. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. The World Cup competitions, right? Nope, international World Cup. So Portugal won the World Cup in our save. England won it. So Netherlands made third. Then they made runner-up. Then they and Paraguay finished third over oddly enough Turkey, who finished fourth. Um, I'm gonna play the game against RB Leipzig right now. Nice. And then the only other huge shock was the Euros, and the last one was fucking crazy. That's the Club World Championship. I don't want that. I want I want Europe, and I want international competitions, and I want the European Championship. Switzerland beat France in the final in our Euros. Italy beat Portugal and France beat Spain. And this one was crazy because Scotland made the quarterfinals, and it was just all around. Always Netherlands can't win the World Cup. I know I feel bad for you guys. I do. That would have been your fourth final that you have not finished as a winner, which is just like I when Goodyear was doing his MLS save, that was kind of the reasoning behind why he picked New England Revs, because he was like the same thing. He's like, what is a good story for an MLS side? And I'm like, well, you've got a few, right? You've got like Philly has like this world-renowned now youth academy setup, right? Because we've produced some amazing players that play in Europe. Um, you know, Columbus is this real small market team that's found a way to win the title 3 times. Like, that's amazing. Then you've got like big money spenders like Atlanta and LAFC and whatnot. And I told him New England is like the perennial um, almost halves, because the Revs IRL have made 5 MLS Cup finals. Granted, this is the 30th season of MLS, okay? So in the previous 29 seasons, they've made the final 5 times. They've never won it. Never won it. So, um, I was like, you could try to bring them to glory by winning and they're IRL, like when you pick them up in Football Manager, they're actually going through a bit of a rebuild. So the team is a little messy. So you have to like build the roster to compete, and then try to win the MLS Cup with them. But yeah, they've made 5 finals and never won. The Red Bulls are the same way. I think they've made 3. The Red Bulls are an original 1996 team that was there when the league started. Of course, they were called the Metro Stars back then, but still, now they're the Red Bulls now. They have made, I think, 3 MLS Cup finals. They have never won. Never won the trophy. So it's amazing to think back in the day how small the league is, because I play FM16, and in FM16, um, there's only like 16 teams in the league in MLS. There's 30 this season IRL, but there were 16 teams back then, and it's like there's 96 originals who haven't won, like at all. Mainly just the Red Bulls, and I think the Red Bulls and the Revs are the only 96 teams that actually haven't won left, because Columbus has won, the Galaxy's won, San Jose has won, uh, you know, Colorado's won. So I'm pretty sure they're the only ones left. That's a good ball. Go on to Konikun. Let's go. Spaps is on the score sheet for just the second time this season. Another great assist from Akonikun. So, great vision from Akonikun to find Spaps. Now we are 1-0 up at Sharnock Richard. So, good cutout, Frack. Good cutout. I meant to do Just get you going. No, no. Why does it always do this? And then I need to. There we go. Okay, Frank's got the corner. So why always me? Yeah, every time I hold. Oh, there we go. Parks with his second of the season. Let's go. Every time I hold control and hit click, for some reason it doesn't open the thing I'm clicking in a new tab, and I'm like, I have no idea why it's doing this. Why do I have to right click it? Anyway, what a mess. What an absolute mess. Yeah. So, 2-0 we lead. Just over a half hour in. Come on. Come on. I can't believe this thing's still ticking. And I'm going to be streaming on the spare laptop on the old laptop in next weekend. I'm really looking forward to next weekend, by the way. So, because it's international break, and every international break, we commentate Unreal Tournament, and I am so looking forward to that because I love that game more than anything else. I'm going to tell Parks ease off tackles. So I need to finish modding it on this PC. I've started modding it on this PC. Nowhere close to being where it needs to be. But, is what it is. Offsides. And I mean it's modding that game is a labor of love because it just takes so long to fucking do. Like it just every single thing that you want to add to the game, whether it's a character, a skin, uh, a map, a voice, everyone has to be downloaded individually manually extracted, and then installed. Well, I mean, the manual extraction is the installation, but it's like I had 4,200 maps on this one. On the old laptop, the vanilla game comes with 100. So it's like I've had to individually download 4,100 maps, extract them manually, add them, all the characters, all the skins, all the voices, the announcers, the weapons, the mutator. I'm like, it is modding that game is a labor of love, and then I have to set up all the settings. Like that's just getting the files into the game. Cookie's going for goal. He's over the top. So, but then I actually have to go in and manually set up all of the. I swear to God's sake, I make one tweet and y'all you know what it is? Maybe I shouldn't have tweeted that, but I was getting triggered because people kept asking me like, are you coming to Philadelphia? I'm like, no, I'm done with CS. Oh, I thought you'd be there. You just want to watch the games. Like, I just told you I'm done with CS. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? And then people were like, somebody messaged me and was like, did you see this roster move? What's your take on it? I'm like, no, I haven't seen the roster move, and I don't have a take on it because I haven't watched a game of CS in forever. So you were talking about Conference League soccer? Okay, cool. I see what you did there. Anyway, guys, he is in the game. Go on, Cookies. Off the post. Are you kidding me? He is in this save. He's got Macclesfield in second place. He is an FM streamer himself. He also streams a network save with David Nyholm and D, and we just finished the satisfactory save. Congratulations! Oh, hold on. Like the game is done. Like you finished it. Like it's complete. It's finito. Or do you mean you finished it for today? Um, yeah, it's done. It's done. Right. Congratulations. But yeah, give him a follow. Did a satisfactory network save. Uh, streams Football Manager, does a network save with D. Hlu. Just finished a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough as well that was on stream as well with the team. So awesome stuff. Great streamer. The wonderful Macclesfield's proudest Ziggurat. So you're doing brilliantly. Keep going. So doing more trucking on Wednesdays now. I have to reinstall the game and everything. So my biggest problem would be using Trucksbook again. It's going to be a while before I can use Trucksbook again, I think. Anyway, but yeah, I haven't even bought the Grease DLC yet. I haven't even done that. So I just haven't touched Euro Truck in ages. It's a fun game. I just haven't actually cared to pick it up. Right, Cook with a free kick here in a dangerous spot. He's going to go for goal. He probably shouldn't. Brott's done well to tip that over the bar. Here's Williams crossing it in, and Brott is there to grab it. This should go over to me on the far side here. No, it's going to go long. Okay. Who's going to win it? Not Akunikun. Ryan's got it. Knocks it down. Over to Hicks on the right-hand side. They can bring it forward. Hicks too heavy a touch. Good cutout from Sheamus. Right is here. Here's Cookies. Twinkle. Back to right. Looking for the ball. It should go wide right here, and it does. Spaps doesn't win the header. Knowles. Frack will come down with it. We'll have to go again. Right in the middle here. Right in the middle. Didn't need to go wide. It could have gone in the middle of the turn to pivot. Spaps now trying to find a Kunikun. He doesn't leap for the ball. And so they come back the other way. Here's Williams. Williams. The cross. Cook over the bar. Thankfully, nothing's come of that. But is there another game, by the way, Zig? Can we spin some wheels? This is not that kind of save, Zig. This is not that kind of save. Feels strange not to spin wheels on FM. But I will say, I think I will do at some point a network community save. Not a network community save. Just I will do a save like that where we can have players added. Like maybe a little bit. I think going to watch the stream for Arian for a minute, man. Good luck with the rest out for the last hours. Thank you. Appreciate you. I think it's going to be like I would probably model it a little bit more like Biz's Little America save. I wouldn't have an American only transfer policy, but like the wheel spins that he does versus like D's wheel. I would probably model it that way. So here's Hicks. Hicks bringing it forward. Great save from Brott. Great save from Brott. But I haven't actually sat down and thought any of that out. I have other saves I want to do way before then. I want to do an MLS save called the American Steve Bruce. I might recall it the American Sam Allardyce, but yeah, I want to do that. And then I want to do I would love to do the FA treble on stream. I think that's an awesome save idea to do. So I have that one in the back pocket. I also have come up with a really good one I think that's going to be challenging. Let me get that open real quick. I've come up with a save idea, and I posted this on a few Discords. It's called it's a chat-guided return to glory save. And you have to take, chat elects basically you nominate 3 clubs from 20 different countries around the world. Any country you want to play in. So I would decide what country I want to play in, like a Malaysia or Belgium or something, right? Anything like that. But you pick 20 countries. Within those countries, you pick clubs that have not won the domestic top flight in at least 30 seasons. They don't have to be in the top flight currently. They could be in the second division and you have to get them promoted. But they haven't won the top flight for at least 30 seasons, right? Chat elects a club out of the 3 nominations per each nation. They pick one for each nation. Chat does. For every league that you win the title, then it's basically a race between you and the CPU. For every league that you win, that's a goal. Oh, come on. That should have been a goal. That's going all the way through. For every league that you win before the CPU does, you get 1 point. You get an additional point for each league in succession that you have won prior to the computer winning any league with any of the elected clubs, right? Once the CPU wins the league before you do, you don't have to go to it. Like that club is out for the rest of the save. Uh, um, and the point is to try and get as many points as possible. If the CPU wins a league, it's minus 5 points, by the way. And you have to try and finish with at least 50 points in at least 50 seasons. So, like if I win 3 leagues before the CPU wins any, I get 1 plus 2 plus 3, I get 6 points. And then I would lose 5 points for the CPU winning a league. Um, uh, So the CPU winning of the league after they initially do has no effect on the save. So once they win the league, if they win it again with the same club, that has no effect the second time. It's only the initial time. And if you win a league the same season that the CPU does, so let's say I win Belgium and the CPU wins, they fucking scored, and the CPU wins, say, the Netherlands, then whatever my streak is at counts for my win. So if, let's say it's my 4th in a row, I get the 4 points, and then I lose 5, and the counter resets. So and that's how it kind of rolls. I don't know how else to explain that in a more clear, concise way, but it's I think it's an interesting save. 50 points is a lot. You have to have like a good spell in there where you've won 10 leagues, 9 or 10 leagues before the CPU has. So, oh, what a ball over the top. Sheamus, you should have taken that first time. What a ball over the top, man. I need to make some subs because I haven't, and it's the 75th minute. So, who's coming in? On the left, I think Schnicky's playing well, but I think on the left we're going to bring in Simon Roger Mukendi. I think we're going to bring in, we will play for set pieces, that's fine. Do I have a midfielder? I actually don't. And I think I'm going to bring in, well, Frack is having a terrible game, so we'll bring in Norris for him. Yeah, confirm. Yeah, please. So, double change here. But I think that's going to be an interesting save. It's going to be a tough save as well. Because arguably the CPU can win about 3 leagues before you're really out of it. You know what I mean? 3 or 4 leagues, depending on when they actually win them. So. And it's going to be, you're going to have the potential to really, like, they have the potential to really jack you up early. You know? Because obviously if you start, let's say Belgium's the very first league I'm in. Go on, Spaps. Oh, it's in. It's in. It's in off the bar, in off the post, but it's in from Spaps. And they all count. I mean, look at this. This was in off the bar, in off the post. Do I have anybody here who can slide back to the midfield? Snicky can, Akoni Kun can. So what I think I'm going to do is slide Akoni Kun back, and then Charlie Wildman will come in for cookies. So, yeah, like if you start, say, in Belgium, you know, you have 19 other leagues that the CPU could win to derail your chances. You know, so it's you're either going to be in it or you're going to be out of it early and have to restart it. So, oh, that just deflected wide. But that's a free kick. Brat was fouled. Mukendi, good win, but it's going to go back. Mukendi wins it again. Wildman's there. Wildman, that could be a good ball over the top. It could not be, and it's going to run out for a goal kick. So, I think those are the ones I'm really going to be interested in because I don't really manage in Europe. So, the fog is offside. So, the saves were like I'm in a big league in Europe, and I've never managed there before, like the Eredivisie, the Juniper Pro, you know, leagues like that. I've never I've never managed in those places. So Premier League, never done it. Bundesliga, never done it. La Liga, never done it. Ligue 1, never done it. They, Danish Superliga, never managed there. So I've managed in Hong Kong. Uh, um, where have I managed? I've managed in Hong Kong, in Korea, in England, and I've managed in Malaysia, I think, and Onikuniku. Yes! Fourth of the season for Okonikun, and I've managed in Federated States of Micronesia. And those are the only nations I've ever managed in FM. Great vision from Snicky. Great pass. This game's over. 94th minute. 4-1. They're going to hit me with the tight offside, but I think, yeah, it's just really good. Right. We're going to play an extra minute. There's no real need to. We're going to prep some David Isley. Twinkle's got it. It's going to go all the way back to Brott. Ref, just blow the whistle, man. It's 4-1. There's only 30 seconds left. Yeah, we're done. 4-1, the run out. Spaps in the 29th, Parks in the 33rd. Barry Ryan got one back for Sharnock Richard in the 74th. Spaps with his brace in the 81st. Akonikun in stoppage time at the end of the second half. And we run out 4-1 victors in the end. Outstretched arms. Nice work, everyone. That was good. It was. We keep ticking. That's third place we've beaten now. So 15th and 3rd on this stream. Let's see how the rest of the league did. I think, what is it, Hiller K? Something like that? Hellyfield is chasing us. We played our game in hand. Hellyfield had the night off. We've played our game in hand. So we moved 6 clear of second place off the back of that. Excellent stuff. Crazy game in Blackpool. AFC Blackpool hosting Barrow Celtic. Bottom feeders here. 16th versus 7th. Chambers from the second minute, or in the second minute, from the spot for the visitors, put them up 1-0. Ashman in the 12th for Blackpool before Dennis in the 31st, and again in the 45th made it 3-1 at the break for AFC Blackpool. Hogg in the 57th got a 4th for them. Gill pulled a second back for Barrow Celtic to make it 4-2. Elliott in added time at the end of the second half with a consolation to make it 4-3. But a big win for AFC Blackpool, who now pull up onto 10 points. Still 6 adrift, but it was 8, so they did pull 2 points closer. Barrow Celtic, though, 5 points in their opening 13 games. They are 11 adrift. Remember, the bottom 5 go down, which is crazy. Barrow Wanderers Nelson. Hodgkins in the 17th minute for Barrow Wanderers before Christensen in the 26th leveled it for Nelson. Harris in the 68th pulled Barrow Wanderers back in front. Hodgkiss got his brace in the 86th and put it without or beyond Nelson's reach. Barrow Wanderers with a big win. They move up to 19 points and 8th place. Nelson slipped to 12th with the loss. Sorry, that was anyway. Burnside and Sidac Sports and Social. Munoz in the 4th minute for Burnside put them 1-0 up. Curtis in the 68th made it 2-0. They would hold out on that lead. Us beating Sharnock Richard and Burnside returning to winning ways means that they will now jump back into third on goal difference. Sharnock Richard down to fourth. Sedberg and Dent hosting Wetherings United. Bentley in the 69th put the hosts up before Asuquo in added time at the end of the second half got at least a point for Wetherings United. They move up to 13 points and 13th place, but they're still 3 adrift from safety. Sedberg and Dent will remain in 5th. Ulverston Rangers hosting Boodle AFC. Goodchild's 59th minute penalty is the only score of the occasion. Ulverston Rangers with a good win over Boodle AFC. Boodle will drop to 10th. Buda will drop to 10th. Ulverston Rangers will move up to 6th position. Wigton Harriers, Furnace Rovers, Abley in the 42nd before Beckers. I was going to say Becklers, but it's Beckers in the 64th and again in the 78th. Made it 3-0. Wigton Harriers get a big win, and they move up to 11th place. They are 5 points now above the drop. Furnace Rovers will slide to 9th. Windermere Sports Club and Skelmersdale United. Remember, we beat Windermere. They were 15th. We beat them last week. Here, Harriet in the 10th minute would score to put them 1-0 up. James in the 61st made it 2-0 before he was dismissed from play in the 78th minute with a red card. Wallace got a consolation goal in added time at the end of the second half. But another dropped result for Skelmersdale United. They slipped down to 14th place, 4 points adrift. Windermere Sports Club move up to 10th themselves. They were also 8 points adrift. They are also now 6 adrift after that result. That is what's happened around the grounds. Let's go to the post-match press conference and kick this off. The first question from Tom Foster, SkySports.com. One result, we outperformed them today. Very happy. Our 5-match run of league games without conceding is finally over. I'm proud. We're confident. Everyone's squarely focused on the task at hand. Spaps was great. He's not for sale. And training possession. Yep. That's that. That is that. Right. Spaps is on form. He's player of the match. It's been a while since he found the back of the box, let alone twice in the same game. So big congrats to him. That's the end of the YouTube recording. This is episode 191 in the books for those on YouTube. Until the next episode, thank you for watching and take care.